welcome back to another day here at Fit Life with Alicia. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a great day. I just sent my kids off to their third day of school this week, which is crazy because right now we're in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic and the kids have been out of school for 5.5 months. Feels like forever, and while I've enjoyed having my kids home, it is nice to have more time to myself to do things like this video. So let's get started. One of my favorite classes at the gym is the indoor cycling classes. I have been going to those classes for years, probably going on over 10 years. I really enjoy it, the high energy, the loud pumping music. The instructors are usually pretty awesome in keeping you motivated and keeping you pushing through your limits while you're working out. And I just always feel really good after I get done with one of these classes at the gym. However, I haven't been going to the gym very much lately, like really not at all, and so I definitely miss my indoor cycling classes. However, I have my trusty little indoor cycling bike here out in my gym. It's one of my favorite pieces of equipment to use when I don't want to go to the gym, and right now that's all the time. But how do I get a good indoor cycling class here at home all by myself without an instructor? Enter Peleton. If you don't know what Peleton is, it is an online cycling class, and they offer a bunch of other classes, but they started out with just cycling classes. And you can buy and download the app, and they have tons of awesome classes. Now, just to specify a couple of things, you do not need a Peleton bike in order to do the Peleton classes. This bike is cheap, maybe middle of the road, does not have any of the bells and whistles. It's pretty basic, and I spent $75 on it. I bought it used from somebody here in town, and it works just fine. Would I love to have the Peleton bike? Absolutely. Can I afford it right now? I cannot, but I make do with this. It works fine, and it scratches that indoor cycling class itch that I have. And just to specify, I am also in no way affiliated with Peleton. I am just a happy customer. Their classes are really good. Their instructors are amazing. And I always feel like I get a great workout. So I'm really grateful to be able to have that app. Even though I don't have the bike, I still get a really good workout. As I was out here the other day on my trusty little bike taking a Peleton class, we were taking a few minutes in the middle of class to recover. We had, up to that point, ridden pretty hard. We had brought those heart rates up. We were breathing pretty heavily, and the instructor was giving us a chance to catch our breath for a couple of minutes. And she encouraged us to get a drink of water, to towel off, and then she said something else that I felt was super important. An idea that I feel like in the fitness world, as we're all trying to take better care of ourselves, take better care of our health, and maybe to lose weight, this is an idea that I think is foreign to a lot of us. And I know that it was foreign to me for a very long time. And this is what she said next. Take time to be kind to yourself. I know that if I find myself in a class, whether in person or virtually, where I am not only being encouraged to, yes, work out hard, but also please be kind to yourself, I know that I'm in the right place. That is the kind of environment that I want to work out in, that I want to exist in. Those are the kind of people and instructors that I want to be around. Because beating myself up in the gym was something I did for a really long time. I used to think that my body was a problem to be fixed, that it wasn't okay and that I wasn't okay unless I lost the weight and achieved that perfect ideal of the perfect body that is heaped upon us in the world today. Eventually though, I came to my senses, beating myself up in the gym, beating myself up mentally for not having the perfect body, for not being skinny, for not having the perfectly sculpted abs and muscles that I really wanted, was not working. Instead, it was making me miserable, frustrated, angry, depressed, anxious. It was doing harm, and I could no longer afford to live like that. I talk about this a lot. But it has taken a lot of work to change my mindset and to change my belief that I'm only worthy if I have the perfect body. Where did that even come from, and why is that okay? And I believe that this way of thinking, of living and existing, of beating ourselves up for not being perfect, is an epidemic amongst all people, but especially amongst women and girls. And we cannot afford to live like that anymore. Ladies, friends, it is time to take a different approach in how we take care of ourselves, how we take care of our health, and how we take care of our bodies. Have you ever heard the saying, be nice to yourself? It's hard to be happy when somebody's always mean to you. It's true. I know this is true. I've experienced it myself, and I know that I just can't do this to myself anymore. I know that I did not come to this earth to be a perfect body, to be a perfect person. Hello, we know this, but for some reason we continue to hold ourselves to this crazy ideal that in some ways, in all ways, that we must be perfect. Let it go. Let go of those ideals, put a blinder and a block up to what the world is trying to shove in our face constantly, because the world does not have your best interest in mind. The world does not care if you're happy or miserable. For whatever reason, the world wants to drag you down. But I am here to tell you, it does not have to be that way. As I change these habits and change my way of thinking about how I view myself and view my body and treat myself with kindness and treat my body with kindness, it responds in beautiful ways. I am happier than I've ever been. I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. And it is because I am shoving those ideals of the world away. I don't want anything to do with them. And I am asking myself, what is it going to take just to feel good? And as I make those tweaks in my life, amazing things are happening. And yes, I might be losing a little weight, and sometimes it's slow. Sometimes it's 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But I am making progress finally for the first time in a long time towards just feeling good and just being happy. But that didn't happen until I took a different approach. And so I highly encourage you, if you are struggling with this, if you are struggling with those crazy, impractical ideals that the world is pushing on us constantly, take a step back, turn off your phone, turn off Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. Get quiet, and instead ask yourself, what can I do to help myself feel good? What can I do that makes me feel excited and lit up? And do more of that. Now, I know we all have lots of responsibility that takes up most of our day. Maybe it feels like it takes up all of our time. I know that we all have things every day that we have to do that we don't necessarily enjoy. That's life. However, we are not helpless in taking a little time every day to take good care of ourselves. It is our responsibility to do those things that help us feel good, so that number 1, we can just be happy. And number 2, we can be better moms, better wives, better people out in the world, no matter what our responsibilities are, whatever our roles may be in this life. We can be better and happier in those roles if we take good care of ourselves and if we be kind to ourselves. That is all I have for you guys today. I know that this is kind of a heavy topic. It's something that a lot of us don't want to talk about, we don't want to think about. But I believe the only way to change this stuff is to shine a light on it and to share what we're learning and to come together and support each other. And so that is what I'm trying to do. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please comment. Let's support each other through this journey. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you back another time.